All right, guys, today the story has officially dropped. E3 is canceled for 2020. Now, this makes me wonder and brings the question, is E3 done for good? We don't probably have enough information to answer that question 100%, but I think it's worth asking. I think it's worth thinking about. I mentioned in the video yesterday that the problem with canceling E3, now there's a lot of reasons why they needed to do that, but just for the sake of conversation, the problem with canceling E3 is that all these publishers are going to have to find another way, and when they do, which we all know in this current age of technology, that developers are going to use live streams. They're going to put things together in video form and put it out to the public, whether it's YouTube or just something on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. They're going to put it out on social platforms. And this provides a way for them to get the information out cheap or free. The problem with E3 has been that it costs too much money for developers to get a booth or a table or a spot at E3, right? They pay all this money to get that exposure, but I think that with it canceled this year, that they're gonna find that it is simply cheaper and that they get relatively similar exposure just for live streaming. I think that this really spells a problem for the ESA and E3 as a whole. Now, I enjoy E3. As a consumer, I love it. It's a time where all of the gaming news comes together in one spot, right? It's where we get all of our information and you cram it all in, and it's super fun. I've never gone. I frankly don't have any interest in going to E3, but just watching and being a part of the videos and learning, getting all this news all at once is super fun. And it's engaging and enjoyable, and Twitter explodes and YouTube explodes with all of the different news and videos and things that people are excited about. It's awesome. But there's no reason that can't happen without the ESA and E3 as a whole. Okay? So that to me spells trouble. Now, as far as it continuing and why there's a possibility there still, is that ESA does still have the Los Angeles Convention Center, or whatever the building's called, for at least another year. I believe they have it through next year. Now, and they could always move after that, but they already are contracted to use that building through 2021. And so you can see that next year, when the whole virus thing is gone, that they may well decide to try it again. But I think that, as we talked about yesterday, with IM8-Bit dropping out, Jeff Keighley dropping out, Sony dropping out, all of these big names and developers and such dropping out before the virus was even a concern, that does not spell good things for behind the scenes. And if E3 cannot change with the times, cannot get things together in a spot that they need to be, with the age that we are in now, with all the digital media that's available, if they can't get that figured out, nobody's going to come. And if all these developers learn this year that they don't need the E3 umbrella to get the word out, how likely are they to come pay for the ESA and the situation that comes with it? Think about it from a media outlook. If they were to go and they get that doxing situation again, their personal information's out. They paid a bunch of money to go. They're trying to cover all of this stuff, but then nobody shows up because it's not worth the money to them. Nobody goes. It ends, right? This is a slippery slope. Now, that does not mean 100% that it's over, right? There are still possibilities that the ESA could figure something out. Maybe they make a deal with someone, maybe Jeff Keighley or the guys at PAX or whatever, and they figure out a different way to do that. That's a possibility, and you have to entertain that. But the ESA so far has shown an inability to be innovative. They have not shown any sign that they can figure this out. And so I am of the belief that this may well spell the very end of E3 as we know it, if not completely. Now, there are lots of good reasons for them to shut down that are humane and make sense. The coronavirus is a real thing. It is maybe it's not as big a deal as the media makes it out to be, but that doesn't mean that we should make light of it. People have lost their lives, and if any time people lose their lives, it's something we need to take seriously. That includes the flu, which kills way more, but it's still things that we need to pay attention. And because this virus that's out has caused such a stir and trouble, and that we haven't figured it out, and that they're worried because of the passing of it from one person to another, that is a good reason to cancel these large events. I mean, this is not the only one. GDC was canceled. Football, actual European football, soccer stuff has been canceled. Massive arenas have been shut down and games canceled. And those make way more money than anything we can imagine. Okay, those are big time sellers. So the fact that they closed down, and Italy is shut down. They've shut down almost everything in there to quarantine it and try to stop the spread. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot more to this virus thing than maybe we want to give credit to. So that acts as a reason, and it's not a bad one. That is a legitimate reason to cancel an event like E3. But you and I know that is not the only reason. That is not the only reason. Like I said before, PlayStation and Jeff Keighley and I Am 8-Bit all dropped out before this came out. Now, I Am 8-Bit didn't cancel until the coronavirus was already known. But it sounds to me like E3 or the ESA was not handling the situation well. And that may well have been part of the reason why I Am 8-Bit dropped out altogether. Now, I don't know that. I don't have any insider information, just putting pieces together here. Okay, now, as far as E3 goes in the future, I hope that it can figure it out and get this put together, right? Maybe they figure out a digital way and it doesn't cost people as much money. But the problem with that is, then how does ESA make money, right? Part of the reason E3 was such a big deal is that ESA made it a big deal. They made a ton of money. A massive portion of their profit each year came from E3. And so if they were to change it to go to a digital age, there is no possible way they make that much money. It's just not possible. Now, they may have to just cut their losses, and they may, if they want anything from it, they change things around. But as a developer, as a publisher, you think, if I can get out the same information without paying you anything, why would I do that? Why would I join you? Why would I be on your platform if I can do it myself, right? And so I don't know that E3 is going to make it. I just don't, unless they completely change format. If they want to go to a pack style or maybe a specific media event where it's about a specific part of what E3 has become, then maybe they have a shot. But they cannot continue in this kind of shotgun approach with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's not going to work, and they're not going to make the money that they need to keep it above ground. So I don't know what's going to happen. We know for a fact that 2020 has been canceled. It is not happening this year. We will see after this. But I think that this is the end. I think that E3 is done. And I will be happy to be proven wrong. But based on this information, based on what we know and how things have gone and the way it has been trending for years now, E3, in my eyes, is dead. Now, let's just hope together that perhaps, all of the companies and the developers and the publishers will work together and make an exciting week or month or something out of it, so that we can all still enjoy that together and enjoy all the slew of announcements that comes during E3. Now, we'll find out, we'll see, and I'll make sure to let you know as we hear more.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you think about E3 being canceled this year. Do you think it's going to continue, or do you think it's gone for good? Thanks for watching.